want to know the secrets that the wealthiest 1% keep to not just make money, but to structure their assets so it lasts for generations? Keep watching. They even follow biblical principles to force the space-time continuum to bend before their will. In this video, I will show you, yes, you, my beloved viewers, to not just work for money, but like the rich, how to make money work for you. Not just for your lifetimes, but for your kids, grandkids, and beyond. Deploy your dollars like soldiers and order them to come back with hostages. Ride with me and I will put you on the exact path the ultra wealthy follow to build, protect, and stack their generational wealth as high as they want it. These aren't just theories. These are documented strategies employed by billionaires, Rockefeller, Buffett, Walton, to ensure their wealth stays on deck. And the beauty of these tactics, you can apply these same principles starting right now. Want to hear? Here go. Vertical integration, owning the supply chain. One of the biggest wealth building secrets of the 1% is vertical integration, owning the entire supply chain so they can maximize profits. Instead of just selling a product, they own the production, distribution, logistics. For instance, John D. Rockefeller with Standard Oil. He didn't just refine oil, he owned the oil fields, pipelines, refineries, and retail distribution. Competitors had to pay Standard Oil to use its pipelines. This internalization cut costs, increased profits, and eliminated competition. Rockefeller's wealth, adjusted for inflation, would be over a whopping $631 billion today. For context, Elon Musk is worth roughly half that in today's hyperinflated environment. Sam Walton built Walmart into the world's largest retailer by controlling distribution centers and inventory management. Instead of relying on third-party suppliers, Walmart's internal supply chain slashed costs and increased efficiency. Even today's oligarchs are employing the same wealth-building tactics. Elon Musk, for instance, is vertically integrating battery manufacturing, raw material sourcing, and AI-driven automation to cut costs and increase Tesla's efficiency, while SpaceX manufactures its own rockets instead of relying on third-party suppliers. This control allows his companies to dominate their industries and maximize long-term profitability. How small business owners and entrepreneurs can apply vertical integration in 2025? With today's technology and business tools, entrepreneurs can vertically integrate in ways that were once only possible for billionaires. Medical couriers, for instance, can lease or buy a small climate-controlled warehouse where you can store and distribute medical equipment, pharmaceuticals, and lab samples. You can approach independent labs and pharmacies that need secure, compliant, and cost-effective delivery solutions, skip the middleman, and secure direct contracts with hospitals, labs, and pharmacies. E-commerce and product creators can, instead of drop shipping, have a plan to eventually manufacture your own products using 3D printing and private labeling through platforms like Alibaba and Amazon FBA. After you run the numbers, you can probably sell your products cheaper or make more profit and have more money to market your products. Restaurants and food industry entrepreneurs, you can potentially own a ghost kitchen or source ingredients directly from farmers instead of using third-party distributors, maybe even shoot for owning the farm. Service-based businesses, a digital marketing agency, for instance, can create its own content production, studio software tools, training courses, instead of outsourcing services. Real estate investors, and I see this among my partners all the time. You can build a property management company, construction team, and financing arm to control all aspects of a real estate portfolio. So the people that are doing it, clocking millions of dollars on a yearly basis by simply acquiring title companies, by setting up their own contracting organizations. Now, you do not have to vertically integrate right now because many of you will take it as an excuse. Oh, I don't have the capital to get my own building or to get my own manufacturing so I can develop my own products in-house to make it cheaper. No, use what you have right now. If you have to outsource services in order to get your product out and start to rack up that paper, remember, this is a long-term vision. However, understand how to control more of your business operations. You can skyrocket your generational wealth over time. You got to initially, nonetheless, Start by mastering your core business. What are you good at selling? If you're good at flipping through drop shipping, then gradually take over more parts of the supply chain as you have access to more capital, more resources. For instance, if you're renting your office space, you shoot to own the building eventually as you start to pay off debt and you build up your business credit or any other forms of credit, or even network with investors to wine and dine them to present this idea as a potential venture into which you can partner. The 1% don't just participate in an industry, they control every level of production to keep more profits in-house. Go ahead and keep it in mind as the end goal, and you work towards that as you start racking up that paper to go ahead and have the tools to deploy and make everything that you want happen. If you want to work with me to build your generational wealth using these strategies and others, I'm about to tell you, as long as you watch this video until the end, join the waitlist. The link is in the video description below. Sign up, we'll trade texts and see if working with each other fits. One of the most common reasons generational wealth disappears is because heirs aren't educated on how to manage it. The 1% prevent this by instilling financial literacy and business acumen in their descendants. The Rockefellers, for instance, created a family office to oversee investments, educate heirs, and ensure that wealth continues growing for future generations. Each heir receives structured financial education before gaining access to assets. Rothschild heirs are trained in finance and banking before inheriting wealth. Family members have to prove financial literacy before gaining control over trust assets. The Waltons, or the Walmart kids, actively train their heirs in business and investing to ensure the family remains involved in company decision-making and wealth growth. How can small business owners and entrepreneurs educate their heirs? Keep watching. Set up family meetings to discuss financial principles, investments, estate planning. I teach my kids marketing and business operations every time we go out to eat. Require heirs to take financial literacy courses or work in the family business before receiving assets. Use trust structures to ensure wealth is reinvested wisely instead of squandered. Develop guidelines for heirs on handling money, investments, and philanthropy. If you don't get anything else from this video, remember, generational wealth lasts when heirs are trained to manage and grow it, not just spend it. You want to know how the wealthiest individuals and families structure their entities and deploy capital into assets like real estate, Roth IRAs, education funds, and tax-efficient investment vehicles? These strategies are not just for billionaires. You can apply them right now to start building generational wealth. Check it. The wealthy don't just earn money, they protect it using legal structures that allow them to grow it tax efficiently while shielding capital from lawsuits, creditors, excessive taxes. The Rockefeller trusts, instead of passing money down directly to heirs, which would trigger estate taxes, the Rockefellers place their wealth in family trusts that invest capital while minimizing taxation. The Walton family, the Walmart kids. The Walton family uses LLCs and S Corps to structure their business assets, avoiding excessive self-employment taxes while maintaining control over their fortune. Elon Musk reinvests nearly all of his wealth into his businesses instead of just keeping it in his personal accounts. He leverages corporate structures to fund ventures tax efficiently while retaining equity. Pull out your notebooks. Here's how business owners can apply this today. Use an LLC or S Corp to separate business income from personal income, reducing self-employment tax liability with an S Corp. Create a holding company that owns multiple businesses or assets under one umbrella, offering legal protection and tax benefits. Set up a trust to protect wealth from lawsuits and ensure a smooth inheritance transfer to future generations. That's our secret. Never teach the raw tang. The wealthy don't hold assets in their personal names. They use trusts, LLCs, S Corps, corporations to legally minimize taxes and shield their wealth. Deploying capital, how the wealthy invest for long-term growth. Remember, cash is trash. The wealthy don't let money sit in cash. They deploy it into assets that generate cash flow, appreciate in value, and offer tax advantages. Real estate is the wealth multiplier. Real estate is a top investment vehicle because, one, it offers cash flow. Rental properties provide consistent monthly income. 2, tax deductions, mortgage interest, property depreciation, and maintenance costs are all deductible. 3, 1031 exchanges allows investors to defer capital gains taxes by reinvesting profits into new properties. So you can take the equity that you gain from one property that you just sold and just offload it into another property that you purchase. Of course, there's more specifics to it. None of this is financial advice nonetheless. Want more information? Go ahead, join the wait list. Link is in the video description below. You buy rental properties to generate passive income. Use cost segregation and depreciation to offset taxable income. If you want to know how to get into real estate without having the money to invest in it, go ahead and watch the video. I'll go ahead and link it in the card at the very top of the video. Roth IRAs, the tax-free retirement vehicle. A Roth IRA is one of the best tools for tax-free retirement growth because contributions are taxed upfront, meaning withdrawals, including gains, are 100% tax-free in retirement. So, for instance, at the most conservative level, let's say you deploy $10,000 into a Roth IRA, and at a 10% yearly return, you're getting double the money. In other words, $20,000 in 7.2 years. You can pay tax on the $10,000 that you initially contributed towards the IRA, and you'll be taking out the $20,000 in retirement tax-free. Roth IRAs allow investments in stocks, ETFs, mutual funds, and even real estate via self-directed Roth IRA. There's no required minimum distributions, RMDs. Your money grows as long as you want it to. As a business owner, you can use Roth IRAs. You open a self-directed Roth IRA, SDIRA, to invest in real estate, crypto, alternative assets. You can fund a backdoor Roth IRA if income exceeds standard contribution limits. Education savings, 529 plans, custodial accounts. Wealthy families invest in education funds to pass down knowledge and financial security. 529 plans, tax-free growth for education expenses, college, private schools, etc. Custodial Roth IRAs. Parents can open Roth IRAs for kids who earn income working in the family business, giving them a massive head start on retirement savings. You can have your kids fund their own retirements using money that they earn working for your business. So you're buying stuff for your kids all the time, whether it's phones, whether it's iPads, whether it's toys, whatever the case may be, apps, games. You might as well have them work in your business, performing something for which they're qualified. Of course, you make them as qualified as possible by always being in their ear, telling them exactly how they're going to market products and services and help you resolve the most serious problems that you encounter. And they could use that money to buy the stuff that you're going to buy for them anyway. You might as well get a write-off for it and use it to build their generational wealth, because the sooner they start, the more compounding they will be able to enjoy and draw from when they're ready to retire and use it for whatever it is that they want to pursue. It just keeps growing and growing. On and on. Many business owners overpay in self-employment taxes because they don't use the right entity structure. LLCs don't save you on taxes. Remember that. An S-Corp can reduce your tax burden nonetheless. Instead of taking all income as salary, fully taxed, S-Corps allow owners to split income between salaries and distributions, reducing self-employment tax. Business owners can write off expenses such as home, office, travel, and healthcare premiums. Go ahead and watch the last video. I'll tell you more about it. Wheeled life insurance also potentially as an investment tool. The ultra wealthy use permanent life insurance policies such as indexed universal life IULs as an investment vehicle. Tax-free loans. You borrow against the cash value without triggering taxes. Wealth transfer. Life insurance proceeds are tax-free for heirs. You also get asset protection. Creditors can't touch funds in a properly structured life insurance policy. Invest in an indexed universal life IUL policy to build tax-free wealth. Use whole life insurance as a legacy planning tool to pass down tax-free inheritance. That may not work for everyone, because if you have term life insurance, then you are paying less money. You do what's best for you. Watch the video you see on the screen right now so you can learn how to reduce your tax burden so you can have even more money to deploy at your generational wealth instruments.